Yeah, so non-biodegradable wastes, we were going through that. So though the examples of non-biodegradable wastes are, they are plastics, metallic cans, glass, electronic waste, means e-waste, and all of these. So when these non-biodegradable wastes, they are left in the nature, or they are left in the environment, and nobody cares to take care of these things, what happens is that because microorganisms cannot break them down into smaller particles, they start to accumulate. Okay, and when they start to accumulate, what happens is that they cause a lot of pollution. Okay, from there comes the word which is actually the name of the chapter. It is pollution. So what is pollution? Pollution is the addition of any such environmental any such constituent to the environment, whether it is air, water, or land, which deteriorates the natural quality of the environment. Okay, that means it is any ingredient, or it is any constituent. Suppose you are cooking chicken. Okay, at home you are cooking chicken, and when you cook chicken, there is you give any spice or anything which is actually not a constituent, or which should not be the ingredient of that particular dish, but you add it to it. So what it does, it pollutes the whole dish, or it spoils the whole dish. It spoils the natural way, or it spoils the natural state of that particular food. So similarly, pollution does the same thing to the environment. It adds to the environment, and it cannot be broken down, it cannot be destroyed. And what it do, it causes different changes in the environment, or it deteriorates the natural good quality of the environment. Okay, so there are five types of pollution that you have to study in this chapter. Okay, five. So what are those? One is air pollution, two is water pollution, three is soil pollution, four is pollution by radiation, and five is noise pollution. Okay, so air pollution, water pollution, soil pollution, radiation, and noise pollution. These are the five types of pollution that you have to study about in this chapter. Okay, so first we go through the air pollution. By the name only you can understand it is the pollution of the air. Air pollution means degradation of the air quality harmfully, which affects the living organisms as well as certain objects. So you know that air pollution not only harms the living organisms, means humans or plants or animals. It is also harmful for certain objects. Okay, or for certain monuments, or for certain non-living objects. Okay, so there are two types of air pollution. What are they? One is gaseous pollution, one is particulate pollution. Okay, gaseous pollution is nothing but harmful gases, and particulate pollution are dust, smoke, stone, or wearing of rubber tires, some particles which you will see which are flowing in the air along with gases and other types of things. Those particles are actually the particulate pollution. So air pollution consists of these two types. One is the gaseous pollution, and one is the particulate pollution. Okay, so what are the sources of pollution? The sources of pollution can be of two types. Any type of pollution which you will study over here has two sources. One is natural source, one is man-made source. Okay, what is the natural source? Natural source means any source which comes from nature. Humans do not have any hand behind natural sources of pollution. Like natural sources can be ash from burning volcanoes, or dust storms, or forest fires. Like few months before, I think you all have heard about the forest fire in Australia, and then in Amazon, which caused lots of big fire in the forest, and because of that so many creatures, wild creatures, were harmed, and and the plants were harmed, and that also caused lots of smoke and dust and small ash particles because of the burning. That is a man-made pollution. Even a volcano, it is also a natural pollution. I'm sorry, that is a natural pollution which is a naturally occurring phenomena, and humans do not do anything to behind it. But another type of pollution, which source of pollution, is man-made pollution. That means like the automobile pollution, or the garbage that we burn, or the brick kilns, means the way the factories where bricks are made. All those are man-made pollution, which is caused by humans and which can be controlled to a large extent if we control ourselves. Okay, so first we will read about vehicular pollution. That is a man-made pollution because man uses vehicles. No wild animals, no animals use vehicles. So vehicular pollution is the main and most important source of air pollution. Okay, vehicular pollution means when you go to the roads, not now obviously because now there is the lockdown period. Normally when you go, you will see there are so many vehicles out on the road. There are trucks, there are buses, there are cars, there are so many things. Okay, and the amount of smoke they are releasing from their exhaust pipes and the fumes, it is very suffocating for any individuals, especially if you travel to any metro cities like Calcutta or Delhi or Mumbai, and you're stuck in a traffic congestion, that you can understand the amount of smoke and dust, and it becomes fully black, the environment, and it is very suffocating. So what are the main constituents of the exhaust which is released by the fumes and gases of the vehicles? They are gaseous pollutants, that means CO2, SO2 and CO, that means carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide and carbon monoxide. And also there are some particulate pollutants like rubber particles or small ashes and all these things. Okay, they are the vehicular pollution. So how you can control vehicular pollution? You have to use good efficient engines. Okay, your cars, your vehicles have to be serviced properly, it has to be cleaned properly, it has to be oiled properly, so that you do not use many old vehicles or worn out vehicles. It is because they are bad for nature. Similarly, the fuels that you use, petrol, diesel, they also should be new, they also should be in adequate amount. Okay, this you should use lead free petrol, which is good for the environment, and you should use more CNG, which is compressed natural gas. It is a very good fuel and it causes less harm to the environment than petrol or diesel. So you will see many autos nowadays which are run by CNG and not by petrol and diesel. Even cycles or rickshaws or totos are very good ways of transport because they are pollution free. Okay, industrial air pollution. Industrial air pollution has got to do a lot with us because everything that we are using, it is made in industries. You know that the food that we are using, the clothes that we are wearing, the spectacle that I'm wearing, the books you are reading, these are all made in industries. Obviously they cannot be made at home, and so these different types of manufacturing industry, they release a lot of air pollutants. Okay, chiefly these air consists of same thing, carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide and carbon monoxide, and also oxides of nitrogen. You will see in Rishra and those areas where there are factories, you will see there are lots of chimneys. If you see in your chapter page 201 figure 16.2, you will see chimneys which are emitting lots of smoke. Okay, these smokes are actually emitted by industries. They are the cause of industrial air pollution. They also have gaseous pollutants, which I told you, carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide and sulfur dioxide, and also they release a lot of particulate pollutants. Okay, smog. Okay, in a blue box you will see something is written about the smog. Now in winter season, many times in Delhi and all those sides, you will see that there is a lot of traffic congestion due to smog. Schools are closed due to smog. Smog is nothing but it is the mixture of smoke and fog. You know, in winter season you can see fog, and when smoke, there are a lot of pollution in the air. The smoke mixes with the fog and it forms a very thick layer which impairs the visibility of drivers of the cars or normal pedestrians, which can cause lots of accidents. And smog also is harmful for plants, and if it is inhaled by us, it can cause different types of allergy, asthma, and all of these things. Okay. Next, burning garbage. Many of you have seen in many areas there are people who dump a lot of garbage in a particular area, and after a few days they just add fire to it and it starts to burn. This is a very bad way of getting rid of any types of garbage, because this garbage after burning releases very bad air into the atmosphere. Okay, and they release also very harmful gases and smoke, which also contains particulate pollution, which is harmful for the environment and also for us. Okay. Brick kilns, it is written in Hindi, see ito ke bhatte, that means eat bhata, which we say that where the bricks are manufactured, that is the brick kilns. They also need a lot of heat, they also need a lot of they release a lot of smoke, which is also a very strong cause of air pollution. Okay, so this is a little bit introduction about pollution and air pollution. I have taught you in detail. Next day we will, in our next class, we will continue with the water pollution, and then we'll go to soil and noise pollution and also radiation. After that I will discuss some question answers. Now from this lecture which I'm giving you, if you have any questions, then you please jot down all the questions. I'm asking Shurobita personally to jot down all the questions from your friends, write it in a piece of paper, and if you want you can upload it in the WhatsApp group. Okay, if you have any questions you can do it now, or also you can do it after I complete the chapter. Okay, and also after completion of the chapter I will discuss some question answers, and I will also give you some questions to write at your home as task, and whenever the school reopens, obviously I'll go through them. Okay, so I think this was enough for today. Keep well, stay well, take care of yourself and your family. Thank you.